Okay, welcome to Up and Moving. Today is a strength and HIIT workout, and the goal of our program with Up and Moving is to provide at-home workouts that are recorded as well as live for the pandemic and beyond. So today's workout, we're going to do a strength and HIIT workout using, for equipment, we got canned foods if you have them. If you don't have any dumbbells, you could also use bottled water or detergent jugs if those are useful for some weight. And also if you do have a set of dumbbells, you could use them. So a little bit about the workout, what to expect. We're going to go through a warm-up, and then after the warm-up, we'll get into there's going to be 3 circuits, each consisting of 2 exercises. So for example, the first circuit we'll do is a push-up, and then we'll do, right after we're done our push-ups, we'll go right into our lunges. And then for the rest, to keep it high impact, we're going to do a knee to elbow exercise, which will keep our heart rate up during the rest period. And then once we're done our rest, we'll get right back into it again, and we'll do it for 4 times. So once again, if you have canned foods, boxed foods, bottles of water, anything that you can use for a little bit of resistance. And that's about it. Everything else, we'll use our body weight today. And without further ado, we'll get into our warm-up. So the first thing we're going to do today is we're going to do a 1-minute jog on the spot. So if you want to find a spot where you feel comfortable on the floor. Another thing you may want to use, if you feel like your floor is a little hard, maybe a towel on the floor, but not absolutely necessary. So we'll get into a light jog here. And if you do have a towel nearby, there's some exercises that we could use a towel if you want to do an advanced exercise movement. Once again, not necessary. If you have those canned foods or dumbbells or bottles of water or sandbags, anything you can get your hands on will work today. Okay, heart rate's coming up a little bit. Try to get the blood flowing. Okay, we're going to get into some butt kicks. So we're just going to kick your feet up towards the back of your legs. You can put your hands back there, and maybe you want to try to reach for your legs or for your hands, or you can put them on your hips too. If you find it's too difficult or impact, maybe you could do this walking too, and just get those feet up. Nice little stretch in the quads here. Go for another 10 seconds. Thanks for tuning in today. Okay, then we'll go into a high knee. So high knees, you're bringing your knees up towards your chest. You could do it walking, or you could get a little bit of a pop in the step. Up to you. Work at your own pace here. We're just warming up, so if you feel like you gotta get a nice jog in to get that heart rate up, do that, or you can just do the high knee step. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. So now we're going to do what's called hip openers. So you're going to stand with your hands on your hips or holding something for stability if you need it. But we're going to step up into a high knee and bring the hip open. Come back down, bring the knee up, open. So we'll do that. Once again, if you need something to hold on to, you could do that for some stability. So knee up, open. Try to loosen those hips up a little bit. We'll do a couple more on each side. Okay, now we'll go into hip closers. So what you're going to do is the opposite. You're going to come out and come back in. So step out, back in. Once again, if you need something to hold on to, a chair or a couch, or if you have neither by, maybe even a door handle would work. So nice and wide, come up, come back to the center. Nice and wide. Couple more. Okay, now we'll get into some arm circles. So we're going to put our hands out to our sides. And you're going to go forwards. We're going to do nice small circles to start. And gradually here, we're going to get a little bit bigger. And then into nice big circles. Okay. And then we're going to go in the opposite direction, starting with small circles again. Nice small circles. A little bit bigger. And then nice and big. Okay, right on. And then we'll get into some Frankenstein kicks. So here we're going to put our hands out in front of us. And you're going to kick up towards your hands. So whatever feels comfortable for you. If you can't go out all the way, that's okay. We'll just try to get a nice stretch into the hamstrings and the glutes here. So from the front here, just kicking up. Try to get up to your hands as close as you can. Two more, 1, 2, right on. Okay, last one we're gonna do, I'm gonna show you this now so that when we get to our rest period, you could do it and you'll know. You're gonna bring your elbow to your knee. So if you're holding up your right arm, you wanna bring it to your left knee. And then the opposite would be left arm, right knee. So what we're gonna do here is just do this for 30 seconds. So you get a little bit used to the movement. It's almost like if you were doing a bicycle crunch on the ground, sort of the similar movement here. You're squeezing together every time you bring your elbow to your knee. So we're getting a little bit of a core work in here while we're getting our heart rate up, a little bit of aerobic activity. Okay, 5 more seconds. Okay, last thing we're gonna do here is gonna do another jog for 30 seconds and then we'll get right into our workout. You may want to have a little bit of water nearby. Just take a sip of water whenever you need it. And the format I'll show is I'll go from using at-home things like cans or water to using dumbbells or weights if you have them. Then hopefully everyone has access to the workout. Okay, 5 more seconds. Awesome. Great. So if you want to grab a quick drink, while you do that, I'm going to show you the first 2 exercises we're going to do. We're going to do a push-up. So the first variation of doing a push-up you could do is just against the wall. So you put your hands out, take a step back, and you're going to bring your face or your chest towards the wall, and you're going to press up. So down and press up. Secondly, you could do it against a chair or a couch. From a standing position, you'd walk your feet back, and you drive down and drive back up. From the floor, you could do kneeling push-ups. So from your knees, bringing your chest down and then back up. And lastly, you could do a full push-up. So feet right out into a plank position, chest down, and drive back up. So I'll be running through the variations while we do it, but pick what you could do that pushes yourself. The next exercise we're going to do right after the push-ups is a lunge. So lunge, we're going to do a step back lunge. The first variation is holding onto a chair or a couch, and you're going to step back, drop your knee, and come back up. Drop the knee, come back up. Second variation is standing without holding on to anything. Dropping, coming back up. So here you could also use weights or your cans. That'd be the third variation, is doing this weighted. So weighted would be the same thing, down, up, down. So whatever you could do to push yourself. And then it's going to be the knee to elbow is our rest. So between our sets, we're going to be doing the knee to elbow. And if you need a break, take a quick rest, but then we'll try to keep moving. So first one we're going to do is a push-up, 8 to 12 reps. Same for the lunges, and then right into our knee to elbow. So I'll show the variation of doing it against the couch, against the wall, knees, and then from the ground. So let's get into our first set of push-ups. And here we go. Make sure you keep breathing while you're doing your push-ups. And the slower that you do the movement, the more difficult it will be. So if you're taking really slow reps, it'll be more difficult. Okay, now we're going to get into our lunge. So 8 to 12 per leg. So we're hitting the same leg here for 8 to 12. So drop the knee back and you're dropping down. Try to keep your chest nice and tall, nice and upright, nice and controlled. Try not to slam your knee off the ground. And if you can't go all the way down, that's okay. You could do a shorter range of motion, whatever works for you. Just try to challenge yourself. And we'll switch legs once you're done your 8 to 12. Do the same thing on your other leg. And whenever you're done, we're going to go right into the elbow to knee. So elbow to knee, left arm, right knee, right arm, left knee, bringing it across the body. We're going to do this for about 30 seconds as a rest or active rest. Once again, if you need a little bit of a break, you do it at your own pace, but try to stay moving if you can, even if it's just moving your feet on the spot, that's okay. Okay, 5 seconds. All righty, good job. That's the first one out of the way. So now we're gonna go back into the push-up again. This time I'll show it from my knees. So back into our push-up position. And we're gonna try to do it 8 to 12 reps again. So here we go. Try to get your chest as low as you can to the ground. Keep breathing. And then once you get through your repetitions for the push-ups, we're going back into those lunges. So I'm going to do the second variation here, standing here, come back up, and then step back. So we're going to do 8 to 12 on each leg. Nice and try to stay nice and controlled. If you need a little bit of that stability, you can grab a chair or a couch. And then once you get those 8 to 12, you gotta switch legs and do the same thing. A great lower body exercise for strength as well as for balance. All righty. Once you're done those repetitions, we're going right into the elbow to knee, cross body crunch, standing up. Get that core activated here. Bring that heart rate up. Okay, there's 2 out of the way, halfway down the circuit. So once again, we're going into our push-ups. I'll demonstrate the wall push-up here. So once you're ready, 8 to 12 reps. And we'll start now. Okay, right on. Once you're good with those push-ups, into our lunges. Here I'm going to show it with the cans. So when you're ready, we're going to do 8 to 12 on each leg. You can hold them at chest level. You can hold them at your sides. or you can hold them overhead if you really want to make it difficult. Up to you. Feel the breathing starting to get a little bit heavier. That's good. Means we're working. Try to keep breathing too. I know it's easy to hold your breath, but try to keep breathing. Okay. Once you're done those, get active rest. Cross body, shoulder to elbow, elbow to knee. Cross body crunch. Ten seconds. All right. And we're into our last set here. So when you're ready, we're going into the push-ups, followed by the lunges, and that cross body, and then we'll get a little bit of a break. So try to push yourself as much as you can. 8 to 12 reps push-ups, 8 to 12 reps lunges. Here we go. All righty. Lunges. Legs are starting to burn now. That's good. Try to keep that chest nice and tall. Stay upright. Once again, thanks for coming today. Hope you're enjoying this. I know I am. The beauty about these is at-home workout, you can make it as hard as you'd like with small little tweaks. It's pretty cool. I hope you're enjoying it. Now, once you're through with those lunges, we're going into our last 30 seconds of elbow to knee here, cross body crunch. All righty, good job. Earned your rest break here. So if you want to take a sip of water, just try to keep moving. And I'll explain and demonstrate the next two exercises. So the first one is going to be a bent over row to curl. So what that means is you're going to bend at your hips, shoot your hips back towards the wall behind you. Keep your back nice and flat. And then you're going to have your cans, dumbbells, box food, water bottles in front of you. and you're going to drive your elbows up towards the ceiling or the sky. And then from here into a bicep curl. And then back down, drop the hips, arms up, stand up, bicep curl. So from the front, this is what it looks like. Hips back, arms in front of you, bringing them up towards your chest. You're going to stand up straight and bring your arms up. So if you want to practice the movement, here, stand up, curl. So we're going to do that as our first exercise. And our second exercise is from the same hip hinge position where you're bent over, back flat. You're going to have the cans in your palms. You're going to come up, externally rotate your shoulders. So from the front, this is what it looks like. Here, here, and you're going to press. So externally rotate and press. You're not pressing up, you're pressing out. So cans, this is actually heavy to do. So if you could do it, sometimes it may be useful just to use your hands if it's too hard with the cans. So up to you. Here, externally rotate, press. Should feel like your arms want to fall forward. So those are our two exercises. First one, once again, is bent over row, stand up, curl. Second exercise, you're pulling up towards your face and you're externally rotating and pressing. So here, press. So the first one we'll do 8 to 12 reps, and then same thing for the second one. So if you have your cans, box foods, whatever, we're going to go into a bent over row to a curl. So let's try that. Bend at the hips, back flat, arms in front of you. So here, stand up, curl. That's one. So we do that 8 to 12 times. 2, 3. So work at your own pace. We're going to do them 8 to 12 times. Make sure you're keeping the back nice and flat. And it's no rush here. This is really a good back exercise and one for your biceps, for your arms. And there's no need to do it quickly. So take your time, try to work on your form or your technique. Got a couple more. So bent over row, stand up, curl. Bent over, curl. I got one more. Okay. And then we're going into what it's called is a Cuban press. So here, arms in front of you, almost as if you're pulling towards your face. You're going to bring your arms up, externally rotate, and press. So here, up, press. So try that 8 to 12 times. If the canned food's too heavy for you, you could use just your hands. It's more difficult than it looks. So here, down, press. Should feel a good burn in the back of your shoulders. This is going to work muscles of your rotator cuff that don't often get worked too hard. So great exercise. If you can't use the cans, you can work up to using the cans. Okay. Once you're done that, our rest activity this time is going to be a wall sit. So you're going to find a place where you can go against the wall. And you're going to go down into a squat, and we're going to try to sit in that position for 30 seconds. If you feel it's too easy, you can hold your cans or your dumbbells at chest level or beside your legs. And if you find it's too hard, you could even hold on your knees. It makes it a little bit easier. Or take breaks. Whatever works best for you. So we're already halfway there. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Nice. Those will get more difficult as we go on here, but okay. I'll show this one with the dumbbells. So we're doing the bent over row to curl again. So hips back, back flat. Bring the weight up to your chest. Stand up tall, curl. There's 1. To your chest, stand up tall. There's 2. So 8 to 12 times, just like that. So from the front, here, curl. Try not to hold your breath. I got one more here. Okay, right on. And we're going right into that Cuban press once again. Hips back, arms out in front of you. Bring those backside of your hands up towards the ceiling. And then you're pressing. Down, externally rotate, press. Eight to 12 times with cans or dumbbells. If you could do this with dumbbells, you're way stronger than me. This is a difficult exercise. It's good. So take your time with those. And once you're done, we're going into the 30-second wall sit as our rest break. So whenever you're ready, we're getting down for 30 seconds and we're going to try to stay there. Fighting against gravity. Trying to pull us down here. You might start getting a little bit of a leg shake. That's good. That's your legs just working hard. 10 seconds left. All right. There's 2 sets. 2 more to go. When you're ready, grab your cans or your dumbbells or your box food or water bottles. So maybe you might remember now, bent over row to curl. So up to your chest, stand up tall, curl. 8 to 12 times. Make sure you breathe. Try not to hold your breath. It's deceiving if you watch, you'll catch yourself holding your breath. So try to practice not to hold your breath. Keep breathing. So it's that bend at the hips, drive up to your chest, and up. Drive to the chest, stand up tall, palms up. So really we're getting a 2-for-1 on the back here because we're doing a back row, which is hitting our upper back. And then as you stand up, with the weights in your hands to the curl, you're actually doing a variation of the deadlift. So that's good. And then once you're done those, we're doing that up to your face, palms up, press, Cuban press. Here, up, press. Once again, here we're fighting gravity. As you put your arms out in front of you, don't want to fall down, so the muscles of your shoulder are actually holding your arms in that position, or else your arms would fall forward. So. Nice and controlled. Once you get done with those, we're going back into the wall sit. The deeper of a squat you do, the more difficult it'll be. So choose wisely your depth of the squat. We got 30 seconds. And if you don't have a wall nearby, you could do these just an air squat. So sitting in a squatted position, standing up, you could do that also. Five seconds left. Alrighty. Okay, we're into our last set of the circuit here. So we're grabbing those weights or the dumbbells, whatever you got, cans. Hips back, arms in front of you, drive up, stand up, curl. 8 to 12 times this is our last one here. Once again, if you need to take a quick break, that's okay. Take a quick breather, just try to keep your feet moving. We do the best as we can to push ourselves. And squeeze those shoulder blades together, stand up tall, curl up. And then once you're done with those, we're going to get into our last set of Cuban presses. Sure, it's everyone's favorite. If it's hard, it's a good thing. So here, elbows up, externally rotate, press. Back down, press. Okay, and once you're done those, we're into our last wall sit. So if you really want to push yourself here and go a little bit deeper maybe, or hold on to a can. If you're really ambitious, maybe squat on one leg. Whatever you could do to push yourself here. It's our last one. Halfway there. Five seconds. All right. All right. Grab a drink. How are we doing for time here? Okay. Okay, last thing we're gonna do is just a little bit of a burnout here. What we're gonna do is, if you've done 2 weeks ago, the Monday workout, it's gonna be a similar exercise. We're gonna go from a narrow squat to a wide squat for 30 seconds. And then we're gonna just walk on the spot for 30 seconds. We're gonna do it 3 times. So what it looks like is here, so you're gonna squat down, here, squat down, here. So narrow to wide squat. Just like that. We're gonna do it for 30 seconds, and then we'll do a nice slow march, and then right back into our 30 seconds. So this is gonna be heart rate up, heart rate down, and then we'll be into our cool down after that. So if you can't do the jump, you could just do the step. So step out, step in. So up to you, but we'll start here for 30 seconds. Okay, let's go. So here's the step variation. Arms out in front of you. And then jumping variation. Already halfway there. Five seconds. Okay, so now 30 seconds, we're just gonna march. $15 more seconds. Okay, get ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go, back into narrow, wide, narrow. The lower you stay, the more difficult it is. So if you really want to burn your legs out here, work hard, try to stay nice and low. That'll really tax your muscles in a lengthened position. We got 5 seconds left. Okay, into a march. Good job, everyone. We got 1 more left. Ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, last one here. Narrow to wide. Legs are probably feeling pretty stiff. That's halfway already. So you got 12 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, good job. We'll just slowly march it out here. And we'll get into a cool down. If you want to grab your water and take a sip while you're marching if you want. And we'll get into our cool down. Good job, everyone. Get that heart rate to come down. Once you feel your breathing starting to slow down a little bit, you could get into just a nice step. Bring the back of your legs up just like this, like you were doing those butt kicks, and start slowing it down. You could even do a little bit of a leg shake. So kick your legs out. Get that lactic acid out of your legs. Try to control your breathing. Nice deep breaths. We'll go for about another 10 seconds here. Okay. Now from this position, what we're going to do is keep your chest tall, but you're going to have your feet a little bit more than shoulder width apart. And you're going to not bend over, but lean to your left side and then bring your arm over. And you should feel a nice stretch in the back of your leg and all along the side of your body here. So we'll hold this for a couple seconds. And then when you come up nice and slow, so you're not lightheaded. Okay, up nice and slow. And then we're going to go to the opposite side here. So reaching down. Deep breaths. And then slowly come back up. Okay, from here, you're going to bring one arm across your body. Stretch that shoulder out. So from the side, it looks like this. Okay, and we'll switch arms. Cross body. Bring it in with your other arm. Okay, we'll get into a quad stretch here. If you want to, you can hold on to a chair or a couch. But what you're going to do is bring your foot behind your butt there. And you're going to pull up. Should feel a nice stretch in the front of your quad here. We'll hold that. Okay, and we'll switch sides. So switch legs. Maybe a little bit difficult to do just standing on one leg right now after the workout, but if you need to hold on something, that's okay. And then we'll go into that position where your shoulders are a little, or your legs are a little bit more than shoulder width. This time we're going to go down to the ground here, like you're touching your toes, but you're going to go to the middle. You're going to hold this position for a little while. And then you're going to walk over to your left side. You should feel a stretch in the back of your hamstrings. And then the same, you're going to walk all the way back over to your right side. And then slowly come back up. And then we're going to do an arm stretch here, and then we'll be done. So elbow up, like you're going to itch your back. And then you're going to pull with your other arm. So from the back, this is what it looks like, as if you were itching your back. And then we're going to switch to the other arm. Okay, that'll be it for today's workout. If you have any questions, I'll stay around. Once again, you can find us on Facebook Live, Facebook recorded page, on YouTube at Up and Moving, upandmoving.org, or you can come on Zoom live workouts. So thank you for coming, and I hope you enjoyed the workout.